to talk about the truth about this Tesla Model Y that just got released, the refresh, the Project Juniper that is now going to be called, we're going to be calling it the Model Y refresh. Let's talk about the good about it, the bad about it, and what you might have missed with all the different release videos and everything that have been released out there. So the Model Y refresh has been released, and here's everything you need to know, the truth about the Tesla Model Y and all the different features that you might have missed. Like one thing like this, like there's now a new water outlet in the front trunk, the frunk, so that you can use it like a cooler and put your drinks in there, everything like that. There's an LED light bar that a lot of you have probably seen from there. There's a new glacier blue paint. There's a front camera. Those are big things. Those are amazing things. There's new headlights that are going to be on the bottom right here, not this LED bar at the top. And the turn signals are most likely going to be integrated within the light bar as well. But we'll wait to see if that's US DOT approved or not, and if that will actually make it to the US. We've got new tail reverse turn signals at the bottom here. And of course, we've got a new diffuser as well. There's also the color black. On the China website, there is not black for some reason. There's only stealth gray, or there's starry gray that they're calling it. But there is black, and you can see what black looks like on the Taiwan website if you want to see what that looks like on the Tesla Taiwan one. And there's more speakers, which is a good thing for these audiophiles. You know, we like our good podcasts and music, our everything. Now you can get 9 speakers instead of the 7 on the current Model Y, and of course there's 16 speakers plus a subwoofer then versus 13. So I don't know what type of increase that actually is, maybe 10-20%, but still more speakers is always going to be better in terms of audio quality and everything with that. And of course the list is pretty long with all the different things that are out there in terms of all the different changes, but it's also the question, like, is this enough? Is this enough of a refresh for people to get excited about getting into a Model Y? Or is this kind of just seem like a little bit of a small refresh? Because a lot of the big things that Tesla can do that they can put on other vehicles didn't necessarily make it to the Model Y. And it's kind of like how the old Model 3 got refreshed to the current Model 3. I mean, maybe we're just a little bit jaded about all these different things because a lot of them are already on the Model 3 Highland, and so it's nothing surprising here. Like ventilated seats, yes, it's going to be on the Model Y. It's also on the new Model 3, and we kind of seen that as well. But here's another small detail that was also on the Model Y that's pretty cool as well. This lower diffuser, if you look at it, it's actually mostly all plastic, unlike the old Tesla where there's like a paint area right here. And so they would sell, or you could buy paint protection film to put on top of this area so you don't scratch your paint. But Tesla thought about this, and they actually integrated it and made it a full plastic piece that's more easily repairable, and you don't have to worry about damaging it. So they've made a lot of these small minuscule changes to really make this vehicle just a better daily driver, or a better SUV for whatever it is. And here's another photo set of real photos of the real car of a Tesla Model Y, because a lot of those are marketing photos, right? So we don't actually know if they're real or rendered or whatever the case may be. But this is a white Model Y, and we can clearly see here how like the trunk line goes down to like the LED bar, and the LED bar is kind of a little bit off to the side of it. And so really interesting to see that design feature. We've got all 3 rims right here with the induction rims in the middle. So maybe that we'll see a repeat of that rim on the new one, or maybe is this the performance rim? That would be weird, but I guess could make sense. They could have 20-inch performance rims, but most likely they will change that a ton, and we'll see some bigger updates. And here's what the LED light bar looks like at night on and everything. So you can see that the headlights are indeed in this lower area right here, these 2 side ones, and the LED bar shines pretty bright as well. And so very cool to see a real Tesla Model Y in actual implementation of the new refresh one. But here is one good thing with this, and shout out to Roman for posting this. Quote, "My favorite thing about the new Model Y exterior design is that it will finally have its own visual identity rather than looking like a fat Model 3. And you know what? That's a super good point, Roman, because sometimes when you're driving around, especially right now, you would see the old Model 3 and the current Model Y, and they would look exactly the same. But now, like when you see the new Model 3, it looks much different. And so now if you take a look at the Model 3, the new one, and the new Model Y, you are definitely going to know which ones is going to be a Model Y and which one is going to be a Model 3. So there's massive differences. And of course, I won't run through all of the different changes of the Model Y because you probably watched all of them. I think I'm most excited for a couple different things. I'm excited to see like the design language of that rear taillight in person. I'm actually really just excited to see this vehicle and drive this vehicle in person as well. Front camera, I'm really glad that it's finally coming to this vehicle, and I'm hoping that this glacier blue color comes to the US as well. And on top of that, I'm not necessarily excited about this turn signal stock. I guess we'll see, because I really like just pushing the turn signals on the rim and the steering wheel, but I guess maybe there's a certain subset of people that really want that turn signal to come back. But here it is, what it could look like of the turn signal being utilized on the front LED bar. You can see right here it turns yellow, and most likely we will see this feature coming to the US because it's on the testing vehicles that are being driven around right now. So we've already seen that a little bit through the spy shots and everything. And there is some not hate, but there is a little bit of people saying out there that this Model Y Juniper looks just like a copy of the Xpeng vehicle. And so certainly take a look at it and make your own decisions to see. I've also heard like Toyota Prius, it looks just like that. And so certainly it's pretty funny to see. I mean, everybody's going in the same direction with these like big LED bars, crossbars, or like the rear LED bar and everything. But it is doing well, at least initially. And that's kind of the thing with any brand new vehicle. There's always going to be a percentage of people that want to run and not walk, and run to order it very quickly, as quickly as possible, because that's kind of the thing with Tesla. It's very easy to order a vehicle. It's $250, and I would imagine it's even easier in China, where the market got released initially. A lot of people were going ahead and posting their screenshots of people ordering their Tesla new Model Y and everything. But I guess the question is like, is this enough? In the China market, we are seeing, I don't know what data this from is, Zhongwen said today's order for the new Model Y are about 50,000 units, and that sounds great and everything, but also take a look at like the Cybertruck, right? 2 million orders, or 3 million, or 10 million orders, or whatever it may be, and now we've got Cybertrucks sitting on lots. And so I think a lot of people get excited for the idea of owning or buying a Tesla, but then when it actually comes down to putting that money where their mouth is and actually buying it, then they actually start to do the numbers and really start to see if it makes sense for them, and do they really want that cost. And so that's why I really feel like I'm not sure this is big enough of a refresh. It's not something that makes us run to like say like this is nice. I mean, a lot of people get excited, and everybody that's excited right now, a lot of you are watching and you're in the Tesla ecosphere and know about all these different changes, but I'm not sure like everybody outside of this bubble, are they going to get excited over this Tesla Model Y? I mean, the design is cool, and of course it will definitely sell. Model Y is already a hot seller, but I guess the question is there going to be a lot of people that are they going to be coming to the Tesla brand because they like this design, and B, is it going to refresh a lot of current Model Y owners? And a lot of you that are watching that maybe have an older Model Y or about to buy a Model Y, are you going to be preferring like the older body style if there's a big discount, or this new one if there's like a little discount? Because that most likely will happen, but it won't take too long for discounts to happen, because if we take a look at what happened last year with the Model 3 Highland, it came out in January and we already had discounts by like Q3 or Q4. And so I would imagine we will see some discounts very shortly. And so I put a poll out there because I was curious out there, like, what is this refresh Model Y Juniper enough of an upgrade to make you trade in your old gen Tesla Model Y? And only 25 votes for so far, but a third of people said, yep, I can't wait. 28% said, nope, I'm keeping my old Model Y. And 40% said, depends on the numbers. And so I also asked another poll earlier, like, Juniper is finally out. What do you actually think? 58% said, I like it, but about 40% said meh, or 36% said meh, and 4% said I hate it. So almost half of the people out there that you could be watching or at home or whatever is kind of lukewarm to they don't like it. And so I really feel like, Tesla did a great job with the design of this Tesla Model Y refresh, but it's not anything like super exciting. It's not like 100%, and I guess it never will be 100%. But like 80%, 90%. And so I really feel like the reception of this, we're going to see discounts on this vehicle in the short term. It's going to be hot initially, as every Tesla vehicle is. Even the Model 3 Highland was for like 2 to 3 months. But I think this vehicle, we will definitely see some sort of incentive, some sort of discount, some sort of promotion by the end of the year. Hands down, 100%. Okay, I can't say 100%, 99% we'll see some sort of promotion on this vehicle at the end of the year. And I mean, especially because like, think about what this is going to do to all these other used Tesla vehicles out there. I mean, Tesla Model Y has already heavily depreciated. Like, look at this one, 2022 Tesla Model Y long range, 51,000 miles for $29,000. There's a ton of these that are right on that used EV threshold of 40 or 50, which is basically going to be $25,000 from a dealer. And as long as you qualify, you can get an extra $4,000 used EV tax credit. And so once this new one actually comes out, hits the roads in the US, then we're going to start to see massive depreciation on some of these used vehicles. And so there's 3 choices. Like, if you're brand new to Tesla, do you buy a 2-year-old, still has battery warranty, but it's $25,000 or maybe $20,000 for a 2022 Tesla Model Y? Or do you buy a brand new one that's maybe $10,000 off with 0% for 72 months at $35,000? Or do you pay full MSRP, no discounts, no incentives, no special interest rates or anything, at like $40,000 to $45,000 for a new refresh Model Y? So there's going to be a lot of different choices out there. And so it's going to be pretty entertaining and fun to try and compare all the different ones in these next few months when the Model Y Juniper refresh actually comes out. But the one thing is for sure, if you're going to be looking at some of these used Tesla vehicles out there with these crazy deals, I would highly recommend getting with our partner, which is to get a warranty with Amber. Amber is a month-to-month warranty that can get you a warranty on your Tesla vehicle. And unlike those other warranty companies that charge you $4,000, $5,000, $6,000 upfront, Amber is month to month. Think of Amber like Apple Care, but instead of for your iPhone, it's for your Tesla vehicle. They've got 3 different types of plans: Basics, Essentials, and Premium. Basic starts at $65 a month, and there's plenty of advantages with using Amber over Tesla. So definitely check out Amber down below in the description. Use our link to get a no obligation quote on your Tesla vehicle, and also get a discount as well for your Tesla vehicle by using our link. And thank you to Amber for partnering with us on a bunch of videos this month. But let us know what your thoughts on it. Let us know what you're thinking. Do you think the Model Y refresh, with all the different updates, with all the different newest features, is it enough to spark excitement in the brand? And like, everybody that voted that they want to buy this Model Y, like, are you gonna be willing to pay full MSRP for it, whatever that price is, like $45,000 to $50,000, and with no special financing rate or everything? Or do you want it, but you also want a good deal on it? Like, I'm down to get into a Model Y Juniper, but I also want to get a good deal on it. I don't think this car is worth like a full MSRP at all, plus like 5.99%, because that's a little bit expensive. It's not like it's anything where it doesn't necessarily solve anything or make it that much better over the old Model Y. So I feel like my recommendation is, if you're someone that's brand new to the Tesla brand, I would say just follow wherever the deal is. And if the deal is better on the old Model Y, the current new one, like 0% financing, that might be the way to go. But let me know what you think on it. And I know there's a ton of people in different situations. Like some people own Teslas, some people have never owned Teslas. So it's kind of hard to really figure out what's going to be the best situation for you at the end of the day.